Chapter 8, Part B. Back on the main road and toward the subject at hand, Hightower was surprised it wasn't more overgrown. She pictured the road and pathway completely reclaimed by nature. As they walked side by side, taking up the road's width, Jeremy was the first to notice the first creature willing to reveal itself. He shouted the only word he could get out, "There!" The others looked where he pointed. It was a 3-foot lizard, not part Komodo dragon, part dog, like their old pet Quasi. It was unlike any lizard they had ever seen before. I lost my place. Its length was mostly due to its tail. As the boys froze and Major Hightower reached for her radio to report it, the thing's tail began to switch as if it was trying to get away. John whispered, "It's shaking its tail like a rattlesnake. It's letting us know he doesn't want us around." Dave spoke softly. "He's warning us. I bet it spits venom. That'd be cool." Jeremy wanted to speak, but couldn't. David's prediction was not helping. Ronnie spoke a little louder. "No, look! His tail is lifting him up off the ground. His whole body is moving up off the ground. It's like a helicopter." They witnessed the lizard's tail. The lizard spinning its tail like a chopper blade and using it to propel himself away. Hightower cried into her radio, "Hey, I need those crates, cages, bags, and container boxes you promised would be here." "Hello? Hey, hello, ship skipper to shore. Hello, air squad, do you copy? Over." The promised plan involved aircraft and watercraft dropping off the containers she cried for. The same ones they'd load to be taken off the island by more cargo sea vessels. She waited for an answer. John said, "It's getting away." Hightower nodded. The answer from Shore Command came back rude and harsh. Duh. Yeah, most of the crates and stuff were dropped in the central section of the zoo. Over." They watched as the lizard-type creature carried its body like a helicopter cockpit. Jeremy finally spoke up. "Wait! It's coming back! Back toward us! Run!" Before Hightower could stop them, Ronnie and Jeremy bolted off on their own while she was preoccupied with trying to get some type of net out of her backpack. She was left there scrambling with John and Dave. John shouted, "Hurry! Hurry! Here he comes!" Dave responded, "Want me to swat him out of the air? I will." The Major pulled a large net out. It looked like something you would cast into the river to catch minnows with. She slung it out and up into the air without even looking. It worked. She caught the thing. Up close, they could see its skin was kind of rough, not like a snake. Its flailing around in the net just secured him even more. Major Hightower admitted, while still catching her breath from the excitement, "This is actually a fishing net, but it will have to do." The boys admired her. She went on, not noticing that the other 2 younger ones fled. She conveyed to John and Dave, "I wanted to capture each animal with some type of structure or strategy plan, but it looks like we may just have to get what we can when we can." The boys agreed. While keeping their eyes on the helicopter lizard, she finished wrapping it up in the net and flung it over her shoulder. She directed Dave, "Put your backpack on backwards, in front of you, so you can carry my backpack on your back. I'll carry this hella lizard and a rifle. We got to get to the center of the park. Apparently the stupid ships dropped the containers off there. I thought they'd leave them at the docks and the air team would drop some throughout other areas of the Wait, where are the other two? Dave shouted, "Dogs!" Hightower jumped into a defensive position, looking for what Dave alerted to. The two younger boys came out from hiding. She scolded them, "Don't ever run off by yourselves alone again! And you, Dave, why the hell did you yell, 'Dogs'? David?" He answered quickly with a mumble, "I should have yelled 'pups.'" She demanded a clear answer. "Listen here, young man. I expect a clear answer." David's shoulders straightened a little bit, and he reacted more like a soldier as he explained, "I call them dogs when they act mature, but pups when they act like babies. Major Hightower, sir, ma'am." Hightower nodded, then quickly went on to pull out what looked like a radar gun attached to a satellite dish. Ronnie thought, that looks like what you'd get when a ray gun and a satellite had a baby. Jeremy whispered to himself, "What's that? Didn't see that during the orientation." Had they asked about it during briefing classes, the answer would have just been, "It's classified." Without being asked, Hightower spoke clearly, answering the question in the boy's mind. "Now, this device is used to listen for supersonic sound waves. Only animals, such as dogs with supersonic hearing, can hear those frequencies." Ronnie asked, "Frequencies too high? Like a bat? Radar?" Hightower answered, No. That is an echo system used to see where they're going." John joined in. "Yeah, they see with their ears, like some whales do in water." Dave interjected, "Your mom's a whale." The other boys ignored the comment, but Dave was still proud that he thought of the perfect placement for that stinger. Hightower dialed in the high-tech instrument. She, too, ignored Dave as she answered the question on topic. "Well, no. What the beluga whale uses is an ecosystem, too." As she listened, her eyes narrowed. She leaned forward and extended the radar shell outward and around the space in front, side to side, up and behind them. She continued, "This can detect sound waves like a dog whistle." Jeremy said in shock, "Dogs can whistle?" Hightower chuckled and answered sincerely, "No. Dog trainers use a whistle that, when blown into, the only thing human ears can detect is air, but dogs hear the extremely high pitch that the whistle produces." John confirmed, "Yeah, also a sound wave too hard for some predators to hear, but one that still alerts other animals who have the ability to hear it." Major directed the boys, "Don't make a peep. This will direct us to creatures that make that type of supersonic alarm call." She looked like a spy trying to listen in on a top secret phone call or something. She grunted in frustration. "Maybe there's no creatures in this section of the zoo that use that screech. I'm sure I read the files that there were," Dave suggested. "Or this thing doesn't work." She rolled her eyes and put it away as she beckoned the boys. "Okay, first of all, it works. I tested it before we left. Second of all, let's stick together and move forward. Keep your eyes and your ears open." On to Chapter 9.